Hey folks, Joe Menza here. We've got the sketchbook out. Now this is the Arteza. This is 8.5 by 8.5. So if you want to go a little bit bigger, this is the book to do it with. I have a lot of different, just to kind of show you a few here you might have seen before, but nice little waterfall here. And here's a little inlet of water. And it looks like we have a lot of pages to fill. So let's fold this over and let's get into it. Again, this is the Arteza sketchbook. I've got out my little mini palette, and I've got the Frank Clark. This is the Frank Clark baby goat hair. If you use a Ron Ranson type brush, this is a medium. This is the baby goat hair, which I like because it is a goat hair brush. I've got my cup of water, I've got my palette, I've got a card for scraping. And last but not least, I could use a little clip to hold my paper down. And if you don't have those little bullhorn clips, you can use a little paper clip like this, and this will hold things down for you. Or rather, it should. I have to put it at the top here. And we'll put this on over here, and hopefully, just a couple of the sheets, just to kind of hold it down and get it out of the way. Okay, so what shall we do here? Let's go ahead. We're going to get crazy with this. We're going to get crazy with this goat hair brush since I have it. Let's go to some colors that are already on the palette. Let's get some blues going here, and matter of fact, here, let's reboot here. Let's go ahead and get, now this is a little green. I need to clean this off. I just want the yellow ochre for now. Now these are small wells here, so you have to kind of work it in a little, see? I will work in just some areas of light, and then you can come back, and this is cobalt blue and ultramarine blue. So if I work those two in, I can create kind of a very busy sky here. And we can jump in, we can get some water, and we can sort of blend that around until we get something we like. Just something different. That's the whole point of these books, is to do something a little bit different. Now, if you dry these off really good, any of these hake brushes, let's get a dry one. I like to have a dry. This is just a generic-y. Oh wait, this is a medium Ron Ranson hake. Never mind. This one here, well, it doesn't look like it's trimmed like the rest, but that's probably because it's so new. I like to take a dry brush, and I can do a little bit of blending before it dries out. And you get a very unique pattern going. And your mileage will vary depending on what paper you're using. And so there's an interesting little sky. Now, what should we do for the base here? Let's go ahead and put some water in on the bottom while this is dry. We'll give this just a quick brush across, and that'll eventually be some water down there. If you find that that's too dark, you can always just throw a little water on there. And that will create a lot of interesting patterns, you see? Look at that. Look at that. So if you want to create some land back here, let's get into some of this brown, blue, and a little bit of black. Oh yeah, that's a good color there. You can create a little bit of, you can even make this into a mountain back here if you wanted to. Matter of fact, that's exactly what we'll do. Brown, blue, and black. Good combo. Look at that, how dark now. Do that a little bit like that. And I'm going to take this card. And if it's too sharp on one side, get a different side. Look at that. Look at that. Create a nice little... Oh, I like that. I like that. Some foothills. Some nice foothills. Without really any effort at all. And I like to come back with the fan brush. Get the same colors in here. And we'll just in between. This is the same thing like I like to do when I anchor rocks down. And we'll take and we'll blend the bottom down here. Create some mist. Matter of fact, what we'll do, break that up a little bit. Take a little bit of white gouache. And if you have white here, let's just do this because this is already on my palette here. This is a white cube here. I can come in and that actually might be better. Softer. See, we'll put nice soft. Soften that up a bit. And let's grab some yellow ochre here. I like to use the yellow ochre, play it off of the brown, a little bit of cad yellow, because those colors, they just work well together. Even grab a little bit of that red, make it even warmer. See, and then eventually we're going to work our way into some, we'll grab the green and the blues here, because these greens are a little gaudy to come in these pans. And there's not enough green there, so we'll grab a little bit of yellow. And create some grassy land here. And we'll leave this water up in the middle. So after that's done there, let's see. Let's go ahead and, I see something I don't like, so I'm gonna come back here and fix this little mountain area back here. I think this would be better like this. Come in and just make a little, just another little scratch in there. Because then what I want to do is still want that to have a little scratch that a little bit more. Let's see. If we put a little water on it, it opens it up again for scraping. Let me grab a little bit of brown. See, and then we have that mountain there. And we can cover it with a tree or something if we don't like it. But for now, let's go ahead and grab some more of that white. And again, just create this mist down here. Look at the mist. You could bring this mist up into these hills even a little bit. Not too far. But now we have a mist just by using a little bit of this white. And from there, then we can go and we can grab some blue, brown, and a little bit of this black. And we can create some trees in the background, see? Using the bristles of the brush. And we can even use the sides. Nice row of trees here. And look at this, my paper clip fell off, as I was concerned it would. Maybe I knocked it off. So some trees silhouetted there. And let's just create a little land underneath them to anchor them down. I want to leave some of this here, a little bit of pond water. Matter of fact, we can make it look like there's a bit of reflection in there just by dragging that brush down. Now let's go back, let's get some more of the green combo. A little yellower, that's okay. We can go in and get some blue off of the board and fix that. And then you have a duotone kind of a look. Break this up a little bit. Just lift a little bit out. This is a little too solid in here. And that'll create a little areas of interest, you see. And just leave it like that. You can put a little, if you want to put a little bit of grassy stuff in there, you can. But I like that it leaves a little bit of, see, if I want to create a little bit of dimension underneath, I can lift some back out again. So you can see how we have this little, you know, if this shape works good for you, you look at it back again and say this is kind of weirdly shaped. And you come back and we'll put some more land down here and just sort of have this area going here. And this is, we'll get some yellow, some greens down in here. This is where I just kind of touch things up and I put little details in, little areas darker along the that'll make other things stand out. And that's even a good dark color to come back in and add some more tree line. Just kind of touch that up a little bit. Now one thing that you can do is that I like to do, take a little bit of white, put a little white right here. I have to put this out fresh if I really want it to be strong. I will take and use this into the water area here. And that will give you that little impression of water. And now is a good time if you wanted to say, hey, I want to bring this water out a little bit more. You can do that because that will cover that, because it is gouache. And so you can make this water look like it comes way out over here. And the more you put on the brush, the more that will, or less that will dry back. Now one thing I do like to do is I like to take a little bit while this white's on here. I'll put a little bit more around these trees. You don't have to do this. Pull this down. This will dry back. It has to be almost like a wash, like a thin wash. Get a little bit more. This is going to help with the mist. Even more of a mist here. Pull that off the brush and come back and get more of that dark color. Put more paint on if you need to. I'm just redefining these trees a little bit. Just to redefine that tree line. Get a little more of this yellow and green up in here. Now, if you were using gouache, this would cover up really well. which is a medium I do like. It's still a watercolor medium. I will do some using that. And so we have our little mountain here. Now you could put a tree in there if you want to, if you want a little more, push a little more distance. But I think this is fine for the 15 minutes that we've spent doing it. Go ahead and put a little more darks in here. Putting these little bonus things in here always add that little level of detail. And of course we could take this brush here, and we'll put in a couple little birds flying. We can even add some sticks in here. And then once it dries, put your name somewhere in the bottom. And there you have a nice little book. You leave it on your coffee table. And you have guests come by and they say, "Oh, what's this?" And they pick up the little book, and you have a bunch of different little paintings that you do in there and share your little hobby. I definitely enjoy it. I thank you for watching, and I hope you are happy in your painting. If not, leave some questions down below. I'm happy to answer them. See you next time.